I'm broke the boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
The art of weekly planning, guys. Why your week fails before Monday even starts. We got about 5 items that is going to target this, so you do not fall into that rabbit hole.
Yeah. So why late planning kills your revenue?
Well, I mean, especially Monday, guys. Waiting for that dispatch on a Monday morning when it could have been pre-booked on a Friday. I think that's one of the biggest ones right there.
That's probably one of the biggest problems, obviously, I see, because Monday, a lot of times, if you don't know what you're going to be doing on Monday, let's say your dispatcher Monday morning still starts looking for a load, right? By the time you load it, best case scenario, you're just picking up a load around noon time, maybe. Mm-hmm. Ideally, you want to be picking up a load first thing in the morning and heading out, or even better, maybe you need to be preloaded since Friday. And now you can deliver your first load out there, out of Florida, on Monday morning. Then you're starting your week really, really strong. But for one of the biggest issues is you start planning Monday morning, and then by the time you picked up, it's Monday late afternoon, or perhaps even Tuesday morning, and your week goes to shit.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people that happens where the dispatcher can't find anything, and once it's mid-afternoon, it's so easy to just convince yourself to say, you know what, Tuesday morning is going to be better, and I think that's how you slide down that hill real quick.
Yeah, that's complacentness. That's what kills any business, not just trucking.
Yeah. So then we lead into number 2, my people. Monday morning's execution has to be perfect. So by that is knowing that shit is going to happen. Welcome to trucking. Mm-hmm. So to your point, being pre-booked, even better, preloaded on a Friday, ready to rip out on Monday. That allows for that margin of error because you get an early start to everything. Because remember, everybody's doing that. Everybody's starting their week on that Monday, and that's what you're battling out there. So loads go pretty quick.
Yeah, the invisible killer of owner-operator trucking business is if you only start planning Monday morning, and a lot of times you guys want to be back on Friday, and a lot of times it's not Friday you're getting loaded to go home. It's like, now I need to be home on Friday morning.
That's a world of difference, man.
That leaves you realistically 3 days of work. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and obviously, if you're part-timing as an owner-operator, your results are also going to be kind of like a part-time result.
All right, so then we had avoiding midweek dead zones. So
I disagree. I think avoid dead zones in general to the best of your ability. What's important is, I think, the beginning of the week and the end of the week, because these are like 2 critical moments. The rest, you have the whole map to play with.
Yeah.
And if your dispatcher knows what he's doing, he or she, then you're gonna be in good shape. The reason I'm saying the beginning and the end of the week is very important is because, number 1, you got to get out of house, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's Monday morning. Now, end of the week is also very important. Let's say, not just end of the week, planning in general, but the end of the week is very important because, for example, if you're out there somewhere and your Thursday or let's say Wednesday to Friday load is delivering in a crappy area Friday afternoon, it leaves you with very, very little options. So my personal, planning would always be Friday, no matter which way you're going, no matter if you trying to get home or if you're trying to take a long one for a weekend.
Yeah, reposition yourself for sure.
You wanna always be on Friday in a really, really good area, and you want to be empty first thing in the morning, because that's going to give you the most options. And the reason I'm saying in a good area, because usually weekend load is going to be one of the longer runs, or it's going home, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, you don't want to do a long run for cheap. So you need to be in a good area to be able to call the shots. And if you're going home, you also need to be in a good area because you already took a hit on your way out of Florida.
Yeah.
So coming into Florida, that's a payday time.
Yeah, that's the one that offsets it. Yeah.
So you can't be in a bad area and just begging for crumbs because everybody knows you want to go home.
Yeah. And, you know, and then that leads us to the next, guys, is communication rhythm with your dispatcher. So about this one, man, I want to say, you know, I guess just stick to the plan. So here's what I mean by that. I often see that this communication and rhythm, like the communication is there, but it's what we're communicating. A lot of guys, you know, change their plans like in the ninth inning, just like you were talking about. You know, I'm going out Monday, now I forget I'm gonna go Tuesday because of this. Or they were going to do a 34 and then all of a sudden they're going to come home for the weekend, but they decide that on a Wednesday. So even though your dispatcher has that communication with you and can duck and dive and kind of make the best of your non-decided mindset, it's still problematic. So I think that synergy and synchrony is like coming up with the plan and everybody just does the plan. And then if you have to make make a couple tweaks or whatever for the following week, I think that's a lot healthier than just changing your mind every day.
Do you think the drivers that are very impulsive when it comes down to never-ending changes, do you think we know about it, or we just kind of that's their personality and we don't even register that?
No, I think it has something to do with let's say expectation and panic mode. And once somebody stands in the panic mode, you feel like you have to do something, and they're never really giving it a chance without even seeing a result. You know, like we just got done talking to an owner, I dedicated this, that, and or I'm selling my truck. So how do you, in one sentence, you know, your OTR, your regional, maybe local, you might sell your truck, but never mind. I'm gonna just stick to it. Let's see what happens. I want to come home Fridays. How do you make a plan out of that?
You can't.
So
I mean, like, it's funny, like that guy, like, seems like a good dude, very like easygoing, I would say, but man, what an undecisiveness and just you know. After seeing a lot, I would say if one thing that's gonna cost him a lot is gonna be the indecisiveness, because he just literally got sold the product that he just returned.
Yeah, I know, but so here's what happens. Like, I believe that in that moment, in their mind frame, they're doing something and not just standing still. So I think it's that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think, look, it's not like I was never in that situation. I'm sure I was there, maybe a few times. At the end of the day, I only, you know, I wasted also a lot of time and a lot of opportunities in my trucking days. And I only know one thing. I know when everything changed, like for good. And that was when I kind of like had to tell myself, shut the fuck up and fucking just do your job. That's me telling myself.
Yeah, and you know, it's kind of the conversation. We're talking about this guy that's real undecisive with his planning. Like, man, I can hear it. He just wants out of trucking almost. Like, already even got a quote from a dealer to trade it in, and as long as he's not that upside down, he might just hand it in. Maybe real, maybe not, doesn't even matter. But just for you to even come up with that concept, it's like, if you're not all in, you're not going to win.
Yes, that's
pick something that you're going to do 100%, like, and what's going to be is going to be. But if you're, I don't know if you can win this game half-assing it, man. That's all I'm saying.
You know what else I learned? Like, back in the day, like, I read this book, and that book was written by somebody who came to United States from my home country.
Okay.
And it was kind of like almost like a manual. How do you get by in America, in the country of like endless opportunities? It was even called that. Like, you know, how do you make it in America, in the land of opportunities? And back then, I was still slightly homesick, and, you know, just kind of like
this book is trash.
You know, I wasn't necessarily like all in. And then at the end of that book, the guy just shared his thoughts, and through my, you know, like how long I've been here, and like pushing like 27 years, something like that. I've seen that playing out in a lot of people's lives. So his final thought of the book was like, if you're going to live one leg here, another leg there, you're never going to experience the real American experience. You have to make up your mind, and you have to go at it. And probably first I kind of dismissed it almost because, like I fucking know best.
Rewrite this book.
Yeah, somebody should rewrite this book and, make it right. And then, but at some point, like the biggest changes in my life happened when I made a decision.
Yeah.
When I made a decision, all right, this is my country. This is where I'm going to live. This is like, I'm all in. I cut all the like ties with, even potential to get back.
Right.
And that's when my life changed. And I've seen a lot of people struggling with the same thing. I've seen a lot of very intellectual people, like people that could do a hell of a lot better than me in life. Where like a lot of them like just barely had a mediocre life because of indecisiveness. We were never 100% in.
Owner-operator partnership is very real. I got tons of guys who are making $4,000 take-home. Learn how you can do that by giving me a call at 863-342-5171. We are conveniently located in Lakeland, Florida. We are a Florida-based trucking company that is here to provide you resources to be successful. So once again, it's 863-342-5171. Yeah, and I think that happens with that Kool-Aid that shifts out there. Like, do what's your passion, do what's your man, do that. I don't know, man. I kind of think like do what makes money because you need money to make decisions
and spend money for your passion.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I think something like that, and or if you stack enough money, and then you can go follow that passion. But it is what it is, man. As they say that, it's kind of like it even leads into the next one, right? Strategic resets versus emotional resets. So obviously, strategic is easy. Doing a 34 over the weekend, deliver Monday, bada bang, no problem. When you end up in a good area, yada yada. But emotional resets. You know how many guys I've seen where something goes wrong because it's trucking. It will, matter of time.
They always like send me home.
Yeah, like it doesn't like you're just amplifying the bad at that point. Like, man, it's just like. You're making this I don't understand that. Like, that's when you should just kind of stay the course and just keep trucking.
Yeah, I just think unfortunately, and like I'm here talking from a blind man's perspective because I've been in those shoes, man. Like I almost can feel them on my feet right now. I don't know. I think emotions, like especially in trucking, man, on average week, how many things are gonna go wrong? It could be quite a few. Even if you have a perfect dispatcher, if you do your part also, it's just gonna be somebody gonna be an idiot at the shipper or receiver. You may run into some traffic more than expected and you may be late somewhere. The broker may mess up, just like not too long ago we had this open delivery appointment somehow magically turned into 9 a.m. delivery, and now it turned into 2 months of back and forth on the detention. We're looking at the rate confirmation. It says 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. first come first serve, and the broker is talking about some rate confirmation with 9 a.m. delivery appointment. We're looking at the emails, we're looking at everything.
It's nowhere to be found.
Not one thing is mentioning that. So a lot of those things are, it's trucking. Shit is gonna go wrong. And again, like, it should not be an expectation, because I think if you have two professionals, dispatcher and the driver, you're gonna be able to avoid a lot of those problems. Especially, like, I think dispatcher has a big role in that, because, man, I can't even tell you how many times I besides just dispatching, would look up to find the closest parking spot for my driver, so he can be there first thing in the morning. I would call the shipper, the receiver, to verify the times. I would do a lot of legwork, so to minimize all kinds of problems, especially right now. Let's say Thanksgiving coming up, right?
Yeah.
A lot of places, a lot of brokers are going to be presenting the loads as a regular Monday through Friday loads that picks up at this time.
And they very well know it's not that, yeah.
And we may know, but we may not think about it. right?
Yeah.
And now there is some like different shipping receiving hours because it's a day because before Thanksgiving or a day after Thanksgiving. Dispatcher can do a lot of that. Like we can verify, we can check, double check, triple check. Sometimes if you got a load that's, let's say, delivering at the end of the day before Thanksgiving, and the guy, your driver is, let's say, willing to run over Thanksgiving, make some extra money. Maybe he has nobody to say thanks to. Shit happens.
Yeah, there you go.
And now if his delivery was, let's say, at 4 p.m. and you got some other load that's picking up, let's say, by 8 p.m. and he's all set for this long-ass weekend, going from Florida all the way to Seattle, it all can go to shit if you don't verify because of holidays.
And then that's what it is, man. Like I think that emotional reset is like, I don't know, man. Look, trucking's gonna happen, especially in this industry. But the idea is to show up and you can do something. Like, trust me, man. It's like, when your chips it down, fucking, it's gonna cost money. Is no different than any other job. That, like, I know what happened to me, man. Like, fucking back in the day, fucking peak season of the year. I know not all my package handlers are gonna show up. Plus, it's snowing, and then I already know what's gonna happen. Every inch of me wanted to be like, I don't feel good today. Like, I don't want to go because I knew what I was like. There's no solutions going in. Like, you fucking know it's just war.
You have to make shit work.
So you just show up and fucking, you could do something. And then that's it. And then you become a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. And I guess it's that, man. Just always show up and fucking do something if you care for it, right? But there's no other easy option.
I also think, like, look, most of the guys who know what we're mumbling here about, we understand that.
Yeah, but the guy,
we're not telling anybody anything new in this.
That's true too.
In this game, and the people that this message is meant for, nobody's fucking listening, man. Nobody's fucking listening.
What if we could help one guy? Put it in the comment. Did we connect with one dude or one gal?
So don't be emotional. Stick to the plan. Stick to your goals. Because, man, I'm telling you, I've seen so many. Like, I've seen the drivers that bought a truck, been in the game already. Well, not in trucking game because we did some driving before, right? But bought a truck. Started running as an owner operator. 2 months in, haven't had a single full week because at any kind of challenge, and we talking about from truck breakdown, that's on the more serious end, to got held up at the shipper for an extra hour, and that's enough to throw them off their path. And now send me home. Just send me home. I need to, like, I can't deal with this. And then you're looking like, okay, man, it's 2 months. You haven't had a single serious owner-operator settlement. And the problem is, just going back to the topic, like, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear it.
No,
it's irrelevant.
Yep, because at that point, it's open to guidance so that you can do something a little bit different. And that's what we're about, people. So 863-342-5171. If it is not working out where you are and you think it could be different and there is room for change, definitely give us a call. If you're thinking about buying that very first truck to get the party started and become an owner-operator before you jump in, my people, I would recommend you come on in and have a sit down with us and gather as much information as you can.
All right, guys. Also, a quick reminder, this Friday, settlement review. If you want to see potentially what mistakes you are making or want to learn more about how can you improve your current situation where you're at right now, reach out to us, 863-342-5171. Send us the 1 month worth of settlements. You can black out any, like, privacy information that's there. And we will use that to review your settlements and pinpoint a few potential problems, if there is any, of course.
So here we go, guys. Be safe, and we look forward to seeing those settlements.
All right. Take care, guys.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.